Good morning and welcome to the weekend Join the Dots. What I thought I'd do today is do almost a summary of where we've travelled from and to over the last 6-7 weeks. And the bottom line is that we are in a once in a lifetime event period. Politically, geopolitically, financially, investment wise, property wise, everything. We're in a once in a lifetime. And an awful lot of people have said that, so I'm not saying anything novel. Okay, I'm just repeating or joining the dots. There are thousands of dots out there. I'm trying to join them. It's not easy, but it is possible. As I've said many times on this service, I spent 4 or 5 years doing 30-minute audios a day to clients. I've been following everything closely for the last 5 years, and before that, the previous 10 years, I was following it as well. I'm just fascinated. So let's go through the key items that I see in this once in a lifetime occasion when, if we're not prepared, we will just get washed away like a tsunami. We need to prepare. We need to be ready for what's coming. So let's try and go through the key items, all right? The first item I really started on was China, because again, people have to understand how fundamentally important it is that the second biggest economy on this planet has totally collapsed or is totally collapsing. People will argue with me, people will dispute it, and when I'm proved right in a few years' time, they will still argue I was proved right for the wrong reasons. Just the way it is. I've heard it all before, particularly as I've mentioned many times when I predicted the Dubai housing crash in '08. So many people said, oh, you were right for the wrong reason. It doesn't matter what the reason is. If you're right, and especially when it's concerning your money and your future. Okay? So China, Evergrande this week obviously has finally had the last nail put in its coffin. They've been putting nails in that coffin for 5 years without anyone admitting it was dead. Well, it is now. And so is the whole property market. The numbers are just frightening. And for that, obviously, you can refer to China Update, and you can refer to many other sites, Lay's Real Talk as well. Okay, I've given you these links because I want you to try and join the dots yourself as well, just so that you can see it and not just rely on me to get it absolutely right. China, the latest is Guangdong province, the industrial heartland, is collapsing. Well, it's so easy to join those dots, honestly, it's so easy. The construction industry, the development industry, 30% of the economy, totally dead for 5 years now. Evergrande was just the canary. There's an opera of canaries have joined it, honestly. Then we move on to silver. Okay, now silver is the most interesting prospect out there for investment. In my eyes, in my world, doesn't mean you have to agree. Okay, silver could be a massive geopolitical issue, as well as a massive financial issue, as well as a totally destructive financial issue for the world's banking system. So it's got so many dynamics. And of course it's used for EVs, used for solar panels, used for missiles. It's going to be used for batteries for EVs soon as well. Samsung are developing a solid state silver battery. Goodness me. And guess what? There's a 100 million ounce shortage every year for the last 4 years, and it's worse this year. So that is setting up for a complete crash. And I'm going to send you a video done by Bill Holter, new name for us on this service, but it's a good video because it talks about how silver a default in the silver market could take the entire universe of derivatives with it. Yes, all right. It's massive, and it's geopolitical because now it's turning into a weapon. And the US government have weaponized it because they have talked about and they have backed silver, and they are moving into the market to buy silver as a reserve, as a strategic metal. Okay? A strategic metal when there's 100+ million ounces short every year and everyone's been buying silver. So they've just joined an awful long queue of people who want silver. and it can't be supplied. Then we move on to gold. Now gold, Kinesis Money, I'm going to link one to you from Kinesis Money. It goes through the whole gold market. It's interesting. It's different from anything we've looked at before. Let me give you some values that have been projected on gold, because I think it's fascinating. Okay, Martin Armstrong, good sound economic voice, says 35k. Lynette Zhang says 42k. Bill Holter says 55k. And Andy Schechter did an analysis and it came up with a figure, if we wanted to cover all the US debt, although it's increasing every day, of course, by billions, he comes up with 142,000 for gold. And that is potentially possible. Potentially. Doesn't mean it will happen. Okay? Doesn't mean it will happen. But all of those numbers are just a tad higher than today's 3,300, aren't they? So, you know, have a think. All right, then we go on to crypto. Now, I've told you my crypto journey started November last year when a house guest told me that he had heard the BIS talking about $150,000 a coin for XRP. I'd never even heard of XRP before then, to be quite honest. I had heard of it, but it didn't fascinate me. I hadn't got into it. Anyway, I'm going to send you a Jake Claver video, and I'm also going to send you an all-in crypto. Remember, all these videos that I link to you are from YouTube, and they will appear on the last slide of this presentation, and all you've got to do is tap them and you'll go into that link. Okay, so easy to join the dots. All right, so Jake's one is 2 weeks old, but I think it's got an interview that might be fascinating for you. It's with a company called decentralized obviously, and it talks about the XRP ecosystem. Now again, be careful with assuming that if I put someone in there like Decent, that you can trust the Decent platform. I have no idea about the Decent platform. I have no idea about any of these crypto platforms. I really don't. Okay, so you need to do your own research. And remember, you need to do your own research on all of these issues. I'm trying to give you the dots. I'm trying to join them for you. Then you make the decisions. I don't give any advice here. I just give information. Okay, that's what I'm here for, to give you the information to make a better decision. But you need to do the research that leads you to that decision. You can't rely on me. Okay, so let's do that. Now, house prices. Again, you see, all of these issues are key, aren't they? You've got gold, silver, okay, you've got China, you've got crypto, now we've got house prices. These are the key issues that are going to drive everything in the future. And on Thursday, I think we did a very good presentation of the most recent talk on house prices, all right? And even in Saturday's video, I believe, or was it Friday's video, we talked about how there may be false house prices in America due to extremely aggressive valuations in order to raise the tax collection in America. They're at it. In every market, the corporate fascists are at it and after you, which is why we have to join the dots to beat them or to prepare for what's coming, because we can't stop it. I wish we could, but we can't. All right, so all in crypto. And house prices, sorry, Thursdays, join the dots. Please watch it. Please watch it. Okay. And you can go back through my library. There's 2 or 3 more on house prices. It is so fundamental, because when this house price crash comes, as it did in 08, when this one comes, which is more inflated, more bloated, more dangerous, the consequences are going to be more. Simple as that. All right. So watch Thursday's Join the Dots and go back through the library. There's 1 or 2 others. And then finally we have on politics. I've picked the UK and Europe. And I've just said I'm not going to send you any video because it's so damn obvious. They're in freefall. Politically, societally, economically, leadership-wise, they haven't got a clue between them. They really haven't. So you have China as the number 2 economy. Japan is a basket case anyway, has been for years, but it's been sustained because no one else has really had a problem. But when this all comes together, Japan will be up there as well. Okay, Europe is just, it's a basket case. It's just after basket case. We have the French confidence vote on September the 8th. It may be a trigger. I don't know. They seem to have triggers everywhere, but they don't change, do they? It's a total, utter disaster, n'est-ce pas? Right, there we are. That's a roundup for you at the weekend. I'm going to link these videos. There should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 videos, just so that you can just click on and watch that show. All right, and hopefully you can then start to see where I'm joining the dots. Join me on this journey. We're going to have a long journey through this, okay? And please, if you like the videos, please share them. Share them. If you share them with 5 and they share them with 5 and they share them with 5, we go from 7,000 to 150,000, all right? That's how easy it happens. So please share the videos. Thank you very much.